games as well if we get time, depending on how long
Yeah, that's very good.
the Prospect series go. So we're going to get stuck in. We're going live. We're going to see Blast versus Mirz first up. The prediction has been running for a little while. Mirz has 14,500 on him. Blast has 500. Big underdog vibes for Blast here. Mirz, all the expectation on him. Of course, a lot of people predicting Mirz to have a huge run through the gauntlet.
Yeah, I wouldn't be too surprised after hearing Jenko's prediction that people had Mirz going down as winning his first 2 or 3 series at least.
We're off. Breezy first edition of Full Tilt. Hopefully it goes well. Be an interesting one to revisit. If it is a successful event, I think all of the players are keen. We heard from Lameo earlier today to say that he was pulling out, which gave us plenty of notice, and we did have subs waiting. It is Mirz that does score first.
Yeah, for sure. Like everything that we do, it requires commitment, but of course life comes first. We fully understand that. Like if people need to drop out, like feel free to. We like the Discord's in a really good place now where we have plenty of people waiting in the wings.
Yeah, absolutely. I think that's an important point to emphasise. We used to get people just not showing up. That is significantly worse than someone tapping us on the shoulder a few hours out from the event. At least then we can get the correct pieces in place to make it work. If people don't show up, especially in this particular format, it would be an absolute nightmare if people were just no-shows. Really good save there from Blast, keeping Mirz out. He's had all the pressure so far. Blast with his first big chance of the game. Mirz gets there just in time. Blast doesn't commit. Does well. Gonna retreat for boost here. Misses the mid. Mirz going to get a bit of time on the ball. What do you reckon here, Breezy? They open up with a bit of cat and mouse, feel each other out before they start flexing their mechanical prowess, or what?
Yeah, I reckon Mirz is very good at grinding people down. Mirz is an extremely passive ones player, and I mean like come at me, bro, passive ones player. But at the same time, he's very good at drawing people in, and especially when he's dangerous when he's got possession of the ball. He does invite pressure, but I think he just backs himself defensively to like clean up any attacks that come at him.
That was a really dangerous push from Blast as well. Mirz had complete control over that ball, and Mirz just drove straight at him underneath. Easy push over the top from Mirz, and Blast couldn't get back in time to effect the save. Mirz again, that's going to go in, is it? Back post must have come out. All I could see was the demo. It got locked on that screen. It's gone wide. Here comes Mirz. Bit of mechanical now from Mirz into the top of the net. He does it beautifully. And you talk about the passive nature of Mirz, you've also got to be extremely careful when he has time and space on the ball in an attacking position. He is very, very capable, extremely dangerous player.
Yeah, he is very dangerous. He's got that the thing that I'm trying, that I'm most envious of him. He's got that pre-flip into the ball down to an absolute T. He does see it's just classic Mirz at this point. We see him do it all the time.
Blast is all sorts here. He doesn't seem to have any answers for anything that Mirz is throwing at him at the moment in the air and on the ground. Mirz is dominant, as expected from the community. They all saw Mirz progressing through this stage. I'm sure there was many in favour of Blast, but there's still plenty of time left in this contest. I did apologise to Blast, actually, when I had a look at the brace. When I sat back and had a look at the bracket after I made it, I thought, geez, Blast has possibly the most difficult run you could possibly imagine through this bracket, the poor guy. But big wholesome vibes from Blast. He was still appreciative of the opportunity to play. And you love to see it.
Yeah, for sure. It's a very difficult matchup to ask. I mean, Mirz is a bit of a ones bully. He loves the one series in the Discord as well. Just to flex on everybody.
Yeah, he's not holding back here. He's got Blast locked in his sights here. 5 to zip through the first 2 minutes of the encounter so far. Everyone's prediction of Mirz is correct. As per the scoreboard at the moment, he's going for his 60. That's a really good first touch as well, but Blast is in a good position. He's going to play the boost starved game, but Blast gets a nice touch downfield. Mirz still gobbles up everything on that side of the field. Blast moves in and eliminates him from the contest. Takes the corner boost, but does he have time? Mirz is going to be back. Yeah, Mirz did make sure that I added him on this particular account. The bad guy Mirz, he's gone the full dark demeanour for Full Tilt. You love to see it. Blast got himself into the position for the double, and I think he thought Mirz was going to touch the ball. Pulled out of it. Mirz ended up missing. Blast probably could have scored that. It would have been his first. Instead, he's still down 5 to zip. Mirz playing patient, looks very dangerous, and baits Blast in to the save early. Gets himself out of position, and Mirz has his 6th.
Yeah, it's looking very difficult at the moment. A difficult ride for Blast. And Mirz, very, like I said, very patient, very calm on the ball. Has dangerous first touches in the air. It's always worrying when you find someone who is very patient on the ground, but also very worrisome as soon as they take to the air. Like doesn't often give the ball away in those, you know, aerial blackout moments, as we call them.
Jeez, going hard on Blast here, isn't he? He's found his 7th. That was a really nice touch from Mirz there. No secondary touch required. Straight into the back of the net. Mirz cannot miss indeed, Snag. Unstoppable at the moment. Of course, definitely could have argued for him being a gatekeeper and moving forward into future editions of this event. He could well be their draft. He's dropping the killing spree already. Fair call. Blast in all sorts of trouble.
That's just a good catch. Blast. It doesn't look comfortable keeping the ball at the moment. Not sure how I don't think he's not very sure how Mirz is going to react to any of his forward pushes.
He seems to have the complete game for this, doesn't he, Mirz? Doesn't seem to have any weaknesses at the moment. Or anything that blurs. Blast has to offer. I've got the sound alerts going off on my ears. It's blowing my concentration out of the water. 8 goals to Mirz so far. Blast yet to find the back of the net.
Thought the Musty was coming there. He's very prolific at that.
Someone, yeah. I don't know what rank Mirz actually gets to in ones. Looking at all of his accounts across the board.
I believe when he is actually playing at ones, he sits somewhere in between GC1 and GC2.
Yeah, I did scout all of his accounts before I did place him, and he was sitting low GC1 in pretty much all of them. Difficult to go off anything other than that. Obviously, I have seen him play. He's an outstanding ones player, but he's definitely making me regret putting him as a prospect here, and Blast won't be too happy with that either as he faces him first up, and he's banked 9 has Mirz. Blast yet to find the back of the net. Can he find the force of nature, Breezy? Pretty much all we've got on offer in the rest of this first game.
Yeah, it's a very difficult one. The thing that gets me about Mirz whenever I've played against him is his kickoff. He has a way of single jumping the kickoff into a wave dash. And honestly, it's so frustrating because he beats me to the side boost every time.
Nice little flip reset play there. Blast respected it. Missed out in the end. 30 seconds remaining to find that elusive 10th goal, the force of nature, on offer for Mirz. Blast still looking to find his first.
That was actually a really good flip that was actually a really good flip from the corner from Mirz onto his backboard.
Has all of the answers here, Mirz. 10 seconds remaining. Will he get the 10th, Breezy? Is this the play? No, he's giving it straight to Blast.
Yeah. I reckon Blast is just going to try and stretch his legs here and move on to game 2.
Good opportunity for Blast. He's got a really good setup on the play. In fact, he uses the flip to get further down towards the ground, and it will be Mirz who takes the first here in game number 1, as predicted. Blast yet to find the back of the net, and comfortable contest for him. But still a game to go. We've actually seen people reverse sweep from these situations before. I'm not sure that's going to be the case here. Mersby looks extremely strong, but in crew battles, etc., we do see it from time to time. People get obliterated in game number 1 and come back swinging in game numbers 2 and 3.
It looks like we're going to reset already. Do you know what? If he comes back and he wins game number 2, I'll fully respect it.
Free shoey. Blast has left the party. I don't know whether we're going for a new server. I've actually got your webcam over the top of my... Oh, wait, I can actually just look at that screen if I need to. Let's go. It looks like... Is Blast bailed? Is Blast still here?
He's resetting his computer. He claimed he was getting some ping issues in that game.
All right, Raji, we'll give Blast a couple of minutes before we come back. We'll go back to the bracket here. Let's keep talking about what's going on with the bracket here, Breezy. We touched on the...
I think I was going to touch on the fact that I was very interested in Nob versus Casper. I think that's going to be a very good... Both of those players actually had a very similar play style, which is rare to say from anybody, but I think Casper was very similar to Nob from what we saw of him. He was a very, very grounded, very methodical player.
Have we seen Nob versus Casper yet so far?
We have not. I don't believe we have.
That's very interesting. Actually, what I might do...
Well, considering Casper couldn't duck Mitch for the entire of Chapter 2, I don't think we've seen very much of him.
Why can't I?
Yeah, I don't think they ever cross paths, actually, if I'm honest.
It's interesting. Well, I mean, I've seen Nob play a hell of a lot of ones through this Discord and around the place in general. I know exactly what we're going to get, or what we could possibly get from Nobber if he does wake up in time. We haven't seen him yet. He usually jumps in Twitch chat if he's around. Let's hope that he can crawl out of bed at some stage before he's due to play tonight. But Caspar, of course, is a very scary ones player as well. I think that would be an outstanding contest, like you say.
Yeah, the matchups are very similar as well. Casper was a very grounded player as well. I think Casper probably does have a little more to offer in the air, but he elected not to go in the air for a lot of his games.
You just can't rule the Nobbo out, can you? I remember when Nob joined this Discord.
Nah.
Bad guy Mirz is still in the game. Mirz, if you are in chat, do you mind jumping back to menu for me so we can please launch into a new encounter? I'll just keep pressing this button until it works. There we go. Thank you, Mirz. Appreciate that. Game number 2. What are the chances for Blast here, Breezy?
He's going to have to play an extremely good game. I reckon he's got to come out swinging. I reckon he's got to come out and try and play with some form of confidence rather than play a tactical game and see if it works for him.
We're going to need to see something from Blast here. I might just check the ping real quick. Mirz on 40, Blast on 16 ping. I dream of 16 ping, Breezy, honestly. Let's see how things have changed for Blast here. Maybe ping issues were affecting him there. You wouldn't expect it to be
Sends that one high.
much of a disadvantage to throw you off against a guy like Mirz. Blast with a good save out wide here, but Mirz will collect the boosts. Last 6 rounds, not the best touch for him though. Mirz is going to get a chance. Can he get the second one on target? It's a good play. Blast gets there, keeps it out. Collect the corner boost as well. And push this one. Really good start.
It's a good pop though. It'd be dangerous.
Yeah, he went for the bump as well. I think he landed in the net. It sounded like his car was just doing little hops in the net there, and he hasn't recovered in time. Mirz is going to score the first goal. You could hear the recovery from Blast in the background. It wasn't good. Mirz takes his time and executes it well from the back half. Really good start from Blast though. I think he started this game better than we saw most of the game in game 1 there. Although he has
that's what I said. He needs to start it with some positivity and just try and take the fight to Mirz. Yeah,
he needs to get some momentum. TJ's right. He does need to get on the board early here. And there's Mirz again. Blast. He's just not getting those touches he wants out of the back corner, is he? He's giving it straight to Mirz there. He really needs to clear that one well over Mirz. Mirz just turns, grabs, and shoots and scores. He finds his second. He's got 2 in a row.
I think it's a little bit of knowing your opponents as well. Like, Blast turned on that ball very quickly, expecting Mirz to go fast. Mirz is the guy in the Discord who does not challenge things fast.
Oh, Blast is going to get his first.
Mirz takes his time with everything. Like, I don't think I've ever seen Mirz early push in all the ones I've played against him.
There's the new banner, Breezy. That's the first time I've seen that. Blast rocking the new GC banner. Let's go. Looking pretty nice. How is the new season? I haven't played any Rocket League since it came out.
I have not played a single ranked game on my main account.
There you go. Fair enough. Here comes Blast. Can he find his second? Mirz there, does well. Dives across the face of the net. Blast will... Well, he's playing a lot better, Brizzy. I know we touched on it before. He's found his first. He's only 1 goal behind, but he looks a different player here early in game number 2. Maybe the restart was...
high ball. Mirz is going to struggle here.
Jeez, I can't believe that didn't go in. Mirz recovers, gets the boost and gets the ball in the end of all that. It was a bit of a mess for him for a while, but he's recovered well. Blast's going to challenge. He does well, gets the ball over the top. He's going to click the boost as well, but Mirz has saved 43 boost. I'm not sure Blast thinks he's got that much, but he does. 12 left in the tank. 1 pad worth from Mirz as he tries to defend for his life here. Blast has plenty. Misses again. He's finding that post over and over, and Mirz walks it away. Still low on boost. Tries to wave dash. Gets the boost, and he's going to be in a good position here now, Mirz, as a result. Across the face of goal, you see Blast chasing it down. Blast low on boost. Mirz gobbling all of it up down that side of the field. Blast draws a 50, but Mirz should walk through in an empty goal here. It'll be his third.
Yeah, just really good from Mirz, really tactical. Like knowing the position your opponent is in, that you can draw that 50, and he doesn't really lose there, to be honest. Definitely need to see a little bit. Definitely Blast is looking a lot better, but you can see from, like, for me as well, that's one of the first things that goes when you're nervous and when you feel like your back's against the wall. Things like your power hits, just your standard, like, strong shots. You see Blast fluffing a few of his shots, which should be a lot stronger, you would say.
Well, he's keeping close here. He's doing a good job. We're halfway through this. He goes for the reset. I don't think that was required. Edgeable bump would have been the play there. That was a dangerous play to make, but he's going to recover for boost. Grimsy, I think Mirz is somewhere in the high GC ones. I'm sure he could probably hit GC2 comfortably from what I'm seeing if he did grind the game mode. Blast sitting somewhere around Gen 3.
I think he has been GC. I think he said he has multiple times been GC2 in ones.
Mirz is opening up that gap. They both go for the fake kickoff. They've both done identical movements on either side of the field. It's going to be Mirz that gets the touch and gets the boost and collects the ball. And he's dangerous again. It's not the best first touch though, and Blast will catch it, but it's gone high. Not sure how much boost Blast has in the tank. He must have got that corner boost. Gets it over the top. He can't quite chase it down, and Mirz does well. Intercepts the play. Blast tries to get over the top. Mirz lunges and just gets a touch to keep it away from harm. Blast again going for mechanics. I feel like that's dirty from Mirz. Blast has had nothing going for him. Wants to take the ball up the wall and get some mechanics on show, but Mirz says no thank you. Takes him out of the play. Blast with another chance. It bounces off the wall though. He's going to have to shoot. Chase it down. It's a good first flip into the ball. Gets the reset again. The resets aren't working. And he's given it to Mirz again. Net is open. Blast is back. He takes the corner away from Mirz. Mirz has saved nearly all of his boost here, though. Still very threatening on the play. Another weak touch from Blast to clear it out. It'll fall from Mirz. Blast getting desperate. Lunges in. Not sure how far away he is here. He's on the ball now. He's low on boost. Mirz has plenty. Who's going to get the corner? It's Mirz. He'll look to get this one back on target as quickly as he can. Reset not available. Can't quite pinch into the back of the net. When the edgeable fails, you go for the pinch. I'm all about that.
Oh, what a pre-flip as well. The pre-flip pops it up for him perfectly.
Blast just lunging left and right, looking to make something happen. Mirz very much playing a very gatekeeper-style game. Funnily enough, he is just strafing left and right and stopping everything that Blast has to offer, but that's a great shot from Blast, who finds his second. And he is somewhat still in this match. Devil, how you going, man? Welcome, welcome.
Yeah, just something like that. Just needed to see a strong shot from Blast where he actually, you know, he catches these. He has had a couple of opportunities where he could have just boomed it at Mirz's net with a good amount of power, and he's missed his lines.
Tell you what, that left goalpost has been a nightmare for Blast in this match. That's the third time we've seen him here. Give a bit of body work on Mirz to free up some space. He's got the boost advantage, and the ball's over the top, but Mirz reads it well. Mirz pre-jumps the save there, knew exactly where Blast was putting it. And you feel like that kickoff goal would have been massive for Blast. He's played a really good game of Rocket League after getting trounced in game number 1. But it transitions full field, and Mirz scores his 5th. And it looks like Mirz, as everyone has predicted, will advance through to the gatekeepers. He will face off against Stealth.
He's beginning to believe.
Later this evening. That'll be a tasty match for Easy. That will be a very tasty match.
It will indeed. Stealth showed that he was rather proficient at his mechanics as well in the games that he played.
Mirz, bit of party time for Mirz. He will face off against the gatekeepers. Stealth will be a little bit nervous, surely, after watching this performance from Mirz. It's been a very complete performance from Mirz. When everything was on the line in game number 1, he flexed, and he flexed hard. He scored 9 on Blast, 0 in that match. Blast did well to come back in this one, but it's not been enough. 6 goals on the board for Mirz. He's scored 15 for the encounter through 2 matches, and that is all she wrote for Blast. Thank you very much, Blast, for taking part in the event, but it'll be Mirz who moves on.